how sweet it is to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live in dad mode here on Nerd Affiliated. I'm rocking the parent view here, like you're looking up at me like I'm on a freaking phone or an iPad or something. But sorry if I blew your ears out too with that one. I'm not sure if it's too loud. I've not done this on the road mic before. I've not done this on the road before. Oh, that's not true. We did it from the bar once, but that's a whole different story. Welcome back to Nerd Affiliated, your weekly Thursday night show where we sit back, relax. So we sit back, relax, and pour ourselves just a little bit of
whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Ooh, almost forgot to cheers you on that one. Oh yeah. So let me know how everything sounds. We are on the road today, on the road mic today, using Rode Connect on the computer. So I'm not using my soundboard. Things may be a little awry, but it's all right. We will continue. We will persevere. We will get through it together. Fun show in store for all of you. Now I'm gonna get distracted by like squirrels, by birds, all sorts of shit. I also feel like I dropped the ball because I'm in front of a fireplace and yet the fireplace is not on. So that's a major L for me. If I had the button, I did not program the boo button. But either way, deal with that. If I had the boo button, I would boo myself. But as I mentioned, weekly show, we sit back, relax, pour ourselves a drink. 8 years, freaking wild, insane. But without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah, I hope that everything sounds good. I see some of you coming up into the chat. We got Mark in the house. Good to see ya. Dave's a mention in the house. Thank you. Do you speak geek? Wow, it's been quite a minute, Nix. Good to see ya. There you go. Mo beer. And the rambling one himself. Oh, everybody's dropping it now. I'm seeing everybody come in there. Mark there. Aaron Waller in the house. K-Walk in the house. There you go. I can't remember if we did this before where it was a anniversary stream and I played like the first video on YouTube. It's a pretty bad video. Maybe we'll do that later on. Let me know if this is too distracting. I'm in like a rocking chair here, like I'm just kind of moving around. Like, is that like, if you've got, what's that called? The freaking epilepsy? Does that bother you? I don't know. Yeah, full house indeed. It's not a full house. The Flash Theaters, that's not a, so the Flash Theater is not a full house. Oh man, El Taible. I have a friend actually right now in a theater watching it. And in defense of his opinion, he absolutely hates all superhero movies, except for one. And I'll let you guys guess what that one movie is. But he absolutely hates superhero movies. Drinks, pour them if you got them. Yep, and smoke them if you got them as well. Patrick in the house, good to see you. Yeah, so since last week, we have a opinion. Oh, and by the way, nerdaffiliated.com, your place. Hang on, I don't have my triggers anymore, so I have to, not anymore, they're just not here. I gotta manually switch things. Nerdaffiliated.com, your one-stop shop for not only cool Nerd Affiliated merch, but links to everything, latest videos, latest shorts, latest live streams. And speaking of, this very video here, the latest ramble to come out was fully produced, fully edited, and fully asset applied by the nerd-affiliated team without me. Without me. Pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. I am happy that they were able to do that, get some teamwork going on in there. I tell you, we're going places. I don't even know where the buttons are anymore. Yeah. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, so exactly, Nerds Assemble. Since last time. Oh, and if you want to join a Nerd Foundation for 99 cents a month, you can help keep me out of a van down by the river and keep ice in my cup as well. I've seen The Flash. I've seen The Flash. And I'm taking heat. I'm taking heat for this. As Anthony says there, I love the movie. I did. Let me know if you guys want a hot take on this one. Aaron did the heavy lifting. The man is a Hulk strength without the rage. Yeah, Aaron Waller, we put him straight to work right away. And yeah, the ice is important. That's for sure. Yeah. So I saw The Flash, and currently it was bombing, to say the least. He's tripped on his shoelaces. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed The Flash. Hot take on The Flash. Top 5 superhero movie of all time? Am I alone on that one? I'm thinking, yes, top 5 superhero movie of all time. And I think it actually might be. Got the rage. Yeah, I just don't see it very often. That's the thing. You're just always angry. That's, as he said in the movie, you're just always angry. Hey. Oh, my friend Ryan's in the house here. Do you want to jump on today? Oh, there you go. Crack that beer. Oh, wait, I got to hit the button. Where is...
There's a button?
There's a button. Hang on. Let me find the button.
More specifically, vodka,
Here.
whiskey,
What am I doing?
beer, tequila, more beer,
What?
more vodka, more whiskey.
If you do want to be on, I can get you a microphone.
No, okay. Whatever you want to do.
All right, I can get you a microphone.
Sure.
All right. So my boy Ryan's going to jump on as well. Sierra Nevada. Is that what you're drinking?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. They figured it out right away. Maybe what we'll do is I can set it up. We might have to sit over there. So hang on.
You want to sit over there or just drag the table over here?
We can do that too.
Yeah.
We can do that too.
These chairs seem more comfortable.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to give you this. And they're all talking to you over here on the side. I'm going to get another mic.
All right, what are we talking about?
I was telling them I saw Flash and it's one of the best movies ever. And they all hate me for that one.
I have no frame of reference here. Is that the one that Batman's in or something? Is it the one with multiple Batmans?
It's the one with multiple... Yeah, actually. There's multiple Batmans in it.
Yeah, so they have like a bunch of guys who have played Batman playing Batman at different times?
Yes. And no at the same time.
Okay.
It is all of that and nothing at the same time. And there's multiple Flashes in the movie too. Hang on, let's see.
So it's like a multiverse
It is
thing.
very much multiverse.
See, I you know, I'm not down with all these multiverse thingies. Like, why?
Let's see. Can you guys hear me all right? Oh, wait. Can you guys hear me all right as well? I think so. Let's see, where did I leave off? Oh, yeah. So, in the movie, it's not a spoiler.
You can spoil it. I'm never seeing it.
Are you not a superhero guy? Have I asked you that question before?
I love the X-Men cartoon from the 90s.
There you go. So I actually really enjoy this because you are now what I consider casual. You are superhero stuff to me as I am wrestling to you, which we can totally talk about too.
Absolutely.
But I consume all things superhero. You consume all things wrestling. And then we reverse that. As far as I only watch the major things, you probably watch major things.
Yeah.
So in this one, The Flash, backstory, his mom died. That's what led him down the path to becoming the Flash.
Okay.
He decides, he figures out I can run fast enough to actually time travel. And then says, I'm
So
going to go...
Superman going backwards to
Yeah, Superman 2.
save Lois.
Exactly. Superman 1.
That was the first Superman.
First, yeah, motion picture. Superman 1, but he's like, I'm going to go back 18 years and stop my mom from dying. Does it and screws up everything. Butterfly effect type thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So the comic book, the comic book to this is absolutely amazing. I forgot to check if the audio was good. You can hear me? Cool. So goes back in time, changes everything. Things like Bruce Wayne not being Batman are a thing.
Okay.
Superman not existing are a thing. Like, there's so many, like, ripples here. The movie that came out, they change a lot of that stuff and try to do their own thing.
Okay.
And people hate it for it. Because they're like, no, you're changing the story.
So difference between comic and...
Yeah.
All right.
So, essentially, people either absolutely hate this movie or absolutely love this movie. People absolutely love Roman Reigns being champion or hate the fact that he's gone 1,000 days champion.
Or they're completely apathetic. Me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I just entertain me.
Actually, do any of you think The Flash is just, like, passable? I'll go through the chat real quick just because I'm behind. Streaming, fire take. Are we on a nerd retreat? Yes, I think we could say that we are. Thank you. Oh, today's actually the 8-year anniversary of doing YouTube. Oh. So there's a lot of people saying, here, we'll cheers to that.
Cheers.
Hey. I want the sound effect. Somebody says they're cracking a Modelo today. Thoughts on Modelo?
Oh, it's fantastic beer.
Oh, there you go. Did you start drinking it because of UFC or not because of UFC? UFC pushes it hard. It's like the official beer sponsor.
I don't watch much UFC at all.
Oh, there you go. All right. I'm most curious, like, how marketing is working.
No, I drink Modelo because it's like
just
a decent, good. Yeah, it's a decent beer to drink.
Best outdoor beer summer.
What am I doing?
Actually, all right, right now you're on the beach. You're on the beach. You're not doing shit. You're sitting there.
Well, right now I'm drinking Sierra Nevada, which is kind of one I go back to, like, just every once in a while. When I feel like I've been drinking too many super crazy IPAs, and I just want something that has a little bit of hops, but isn't crazy sweet. But I don't know, usually my go-to is Miller Lite or Narragansett.
Just because of, like, simpleness of the Miller Lite?
They're cheap.
Oh, all right, there you go. That's fair. That's fair.
And I can drink, and especially Miller Lite, I can drink 1,000 of them and not be completely hammered.
That is accurate. All right, there you go.
I feel like I might be getting a little bit hydrated while I'm drinking it.
It is a lot of water. There's a lot of water there. This is, by the way, this is how random the show gets. Where it's
That's all good.
Yeah, it jumps all over. All right, so some people loved the movie. People are saying hi to each other. Somebody thinks their device broke because I said top 5, and they thought that was may have been a mistake. Somebody points out, yes. So Dave's Dimension here. Actually, do you like Ghostbusters?
The first one.
All right, yeah. I mean, that's like the main one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone like to?
Chat, let us know. Dave's Dimension, huge Ghostbusters cosplayer. So he has multiple, like, proton packs and all that stuff. And actually got to go down to New York. There's a Ghostbusters Day.
I saw that recently.
Firehouse.
I saw that.
Yeah. So he goes down there every year.
I think Facebook told me about it.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of fun. I got to go. The Rambling Nerd made an appearance there, but nobody knew he was there. He's my friend Anthony, helps with the show. But the gimmick there, nobody's seen his face. So now he goes to events.
Gotcha.
People don't know he's there, but he's there. But people who watch the show are also there, but he won't tell them.
Gotcha.
I'm Anthony from there.
Gotcha.
The Ghostbusters thing being the first one. He points out, Dave's Dimension, that the movie rips off Back to the Future, which is pretty fair, I'd say.
Which movie?
The Flash.
The Flash rips off Back to the Future.
Yeah. Do you remember Back to the Future?
Well, yeah, but I mean, is that just because of the idea of doing time travel with ramifications instead of just dropping in, like, Quantum Leap style?
Ooh, good reference. So in the movie, they actually they say the butterfly effect is so major that even movies like Back to the Future were actually starring not Michael J. Fox, but the other dude who originally was in Back to the Future.
I can't think of his name.
Okay. But you know that
Yeah.
story. So they
What's his name? Jesus Christ.
somebody
Doesn't
can
matter.
somebody tell us the
Doesn't
name.
matter.
Yeah, but so that guy, they reference that, but they say that like you going back in time, you could change things, like in Back to the Future, like you not existing in the future, but also change other things, and they keep referencing Back to the Future. So some people are like, not only are you ripping off Back to the Future, you just keep even saying Back to the Future, like you keep talking about it.
Well, I mean, at that point, if you're ripping it off and saying Back to the Future, are you ripping it off or are you making it homage?
That's a good point. I'd still might go ripping, but in a good way.
Yeah, I mean, I've not seen the movie.
yeah,
I will
yeah.
not be seeing this movie.
You will not be seeing the movie, no.
I will never actually have a fully formed opinion on this.
Yeah. So people said I thought the movie had its moments. Yep. I'm actually blocking your face. I just realized that.
That's probably for the better. No one needs to see me.
Okay.
I mean, unless they want to.
You're Anthony V2.
I can lean this way. Is that better?
Oh no, I could just move this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to. Sorry. Oh shoot! I somehow close it out. I always somehow mess up. That's the whole thing of the show. Here you can. Don't worry, we'll get there. No, I somehow screwed it up. All right, so no chat on screen for the rest of the show. But I can pop it up there. All right, so where I leave off at? Sorry, I've not had a guest on with me in person in a while. You're throwing me off, but it's fine. Love the movie. The Flash was amazing. Wait a minute behind. Yep. People saying hi to you. General Kenobi's bunker in the house. This dude, he mainly just does like Star Wars content.
I can talk Star Wars.
Oh, you can?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Where do you want to go with Star Wars?
All right, we'll get to that. Hang on. Don't.
I can tell you what I haven't seen. I've not seen any of the cartoons, and I've not seen the Kenobi series or finished the last season of Mandalorian. But pretty much anything else, let's chat.
All right. You're good probably without the last season of Mando. It's pretty bad.
I liked the first couple episodes.
Of the third season?
Yeah.
It doesn't go anywhere. I'll spoil that for you.
Will my wife still be amused by Baby Yoda?
Yes.
Then that's the important part.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
Is I get to watch some stuff with blasters and lightsabers, and she likes Baby Yoda. That's
that's fair.
the point of the show.
I will give you that. Do you feel as you're watching it, because like I said, I like the fact that you're more casual, and you've not seen the cartoons. Do you feel like you're missing out on something in the show because you've not seen the cartoons? No. You're just going along, no issues.
They don't. I think they. I've heard a bit about the cartoons to know that they are doing a good job for people who have seen them, and it engages them on a different level. But you're not lost because they do enough of the really quickly saying the backstories out loud to let you know who people are if you have no clue. Yeah, it's
because we weren't so some of that for us is annoying because we're like I already know who that is.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, that's right. If somebody hasn't seen everything, it makes sense. But I wasn't sure if they were giving you enough information to not feel lost.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
They're giving you enough.
Correct. I probably don't get all of it, but there's things in there that aren't for me that I don't even realize are there.
Did you know there's a new show coming out, Ahsoka?
I had assumed she was going to get one.
Yeah. Fair. Did you know about her before The Mandalorian?
No.
Okay.
Only from what podcast was it? The one on the Ringer in the the one with Jason Concepcion and Mallory Rubin. I can't think of the name of the podcast though.
Yeah, I'm seeing it in my head.
They did a huge Star Wars universe podcast talking about all sorts of stuff. And she came up in there before she actually showed up on the show, but I was like, I have no idea who this person is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I feel like it was most people. Eric Schultz is.
That's it. Yeah.
We're thinking of in Back to the Future. Yeah. All right. So somebody.
So fun fact I found out about Back to the Future.
Oh wait, sorry.
days
Before
ago.
you say that,
Yeah.
thank you, Jenna Kenobi, for the super chat. He gave us a tip, $1.99, paying for our drinks. Sorry, go ahead.
Cheers, sir. So fun fact I found out that in the car scene
Of
of Back to the Future.
okay.
So you know when Michael J. Fox drinks out of the flask and spits it all over the place.
Yep.
It's because they switched out fake whiskey for real whiskey, and he
What?
wasn't expecting it.
That's amazing.
So they weren't getting the reaction they wanted when he drank it and realized
Yeah.
how strong it was. They just switched it out, and he
Gave him the reaction. they needed.
he gave him the reaction because it went from water to like
Actual.
crap whiskey.
I love that. So that has now made it on my list of like top 5 movie like improv moments, we could say.
Yeah.
Like the famous one, I think, being Indiana Jones. You know that one?
Oh, with the gun.
Yeah. He had diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I think that's like the gold standard. But I think that one's on my list.
Oh, there's other good ones out there too.
There's one from Casino Royale.
Is there?
Yeah. The scene where he's walking in the water on the beach
Okay.
and like he's kind of like out of the water, like knees up in like the freaking Speedo shit. He was supposed to be underwater the whole time. But
Okay.
they were filming it. He walked over a sand dune, had no idea it was there, and just kept walking and kept in character. So they're like, we're going to keep that.
Gotcha.
And we're going to put that in the trailer. That's how that went.
yeah. Well, it looks like he's wandering into nothing.
Yeah. All right. So Patrick says, I liked it. Oh, sorry. I like the callback to Back to the Future. Made them accountable so that everyone wouldn't have to say they ripped it off. But instead, everyone said they ripped it off. Fair. What's up, Legacy and Nerd? Good to see you. So most people here are YouTubers and content creators. Legacy and Nerd, all Power Rangers.
Yeah, I'm a content creator as well. I just create that content for 7th graders in person.
There you go. I'm hitting the applause button for you. He's asking, are we eating clam chowder?
At the moment, no.
Have
I?
Do you
Yes.
eat clam chowder?
I had some last night.
You did have some last
Yeah.
night. Yeah. There you go. I remember we had lobster. I forgot about the clam chowder part. All right, so Patrick saw the show. Yukon Phil in the house. Put the applause button on that.
What's up, Yukon?
Rolando Flores in the house. Oh, a lot of heavy hitters in here today. And then, we got the super chat. Happy birthday. The first video I made, I was actually trying to be a fitness YouTube channel and completely failed at it, but just kept going.
I would fail as well.
I feel like most of us would.
I would fail at that.
It's like, I have to actually work out too, not just talk about it. So definitely bombed on that one. People are saying hi to each other here, and boom. So you've seen all of Star Wars. You said except for the cartoons.
Oh
and
god,
Kenobi.
when I was a kid, I had this like Star Wars like it's like the guide to Star Wars, like had everything from all, not just the movies, but like at that point all the expanded universe books that have now since been decanonized by those bastards at Disney.
Yep. Glad to hear that you agree they're bastards.
Oh, fuck Disney. Get rid of that mouse.
Yeah.
I don't need him.
Yeah.
You want to go into Disney adults? We can go into Disney adults.
Have you been to Star Wars Land?
No.
I'm not either. I'm tempted to want to go just to say I went, but the thought of like the thousands of dollars
Oh, no.
it will cost to
screw
go
that.
there.
Screw
Yeah.
that. Screw that.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
No, my wife has like a very odd number of friends who are Disney adults, and they are all varying different like levels of troublesome.
Yeah, I've met quite a few Disney adults, and yes, they are interesting. But then again, I'm a Comic-Con adult, so I'm not sure if other people see it the same way. By the way, I have the.
Oh, you got a little.
Today we are drinking.
Did you
Piggyback?
Did you try it?
I did.
It's good, right? Yeah.
It is good. Yeah. Normally it's Basil Hayden.
Basil
you
Hayden,
wanna get
I'm gonna go get a cup,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna put a little sip for my suds, and
There you
give
go.
me a second.
Yeah. Have any of you actually been to Galaxy's Edge? I don't think I've asked that question. That is. Now that I think about it, even General Kenobi, I don't think you've been to Galaxy's Edge. Oh yeah, the link for the ride for Roswell, Dave's Dimensions charity ride. Make sure you guys hit the link for that. There you go. I'll let you just do it. Oh, drinking it neat. There you go. Make sure I didn't miss anything so far. No. Any desire to... Oh, well, cheers.
Cheers to you as well, sir.
Any desire to actually see Kenobi? Like, is that something that you're just like, oh, shoot, I got to make sure to go back to it?
I did, and then I heard how bad it was.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, it does bring up some major continuity issues with, you know, him being secluded for whatever, I don't know how many years there's. That's in between one and the other.
So...
Call it 20 years.
Yeah.
Ish.
Essentially, rumor is...
Yeah.
Even before Mandalorian, they came up with the script for that show, the concept for that show. And we're like, all right, we want to make this like a movie, for example. And then Disney goes, no, we need to like milk this.
Oh yeah, they were all gonna be movies, and then Solo bombed.
Yes. So then,
even though I thought that was an incredibly fun movie,
it's not that bad.
If you took that as, if they made that and called it, like, literally did all those things not in space,
yeah,
and called it like Young Indiana Jones,
yeah,
it'd have been just fucking fine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can curse on here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. We got another super chat from Mark. Thank you, brother. Shout out Young Indiana Jones with no.
Well, it was supposed to be Rivers Phoenix. They couldn't get him on there.
Yes.
Because
he did it in the movie.
He did it at the beginning of Last Crusade, and they want to do the whole series with him, and they couldn't get him, so they got someone that looked like him.
Yes. And then I was about to say Ryan Gosling. We have audience outside.
Well, that guy's clearly a liability at cornerback. So.
Is he really?
Wait, you've never seen Remember the Titans?
I've not seen Remember Titans.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Offensive, I know.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I can't wait to tell my wife that. She's never gonna let you hear the end of it.
You know what it is? So, this is a guilty by association. So many kids in my high school love that movie that I didn't like. It made me not want to watch the movie.
Oh, it's so good, and not in like a super high quality good way. I mean, it's a quality movie. They take some historical liberties, as Disney tends to do with such things. Yeah, but you know, you just got some.
Is that based on a true story?
When you talk about the true story, it's very loosely based on the true story. Mm-hmm. There was in fact the town in Virginia that was being forced integrated, but it didn't quite go the same way it did.
As the movie.
Yeah, and apparently the guy that Denzel Washington plays was a real son of a bitch in real life.
All right, that's fair. Where's I going with that? Ryan Gosling. I confused that with Young Hercules. He played Young Hercules, if you remember that show.
Young Hercules?
Yeah. He
like Kevin Sorbo?
Like Kevin Sorbo Hercules, yeah. There was, I feel like
I don't remember that at all.
There was flashbacks to, I'll just look it up right now as we're talking about it. There were flashbacks with another character, or another actress to say. And then when the show came out, I think they actually hired Ryan Gosling to play him. All right, or I might have it backwards. Yeah, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling was Young Hercules.
He
looks like pretty much exactly as how he looked in
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans.
Yeah, this man does not age. Yeah, so it was a different actor when they did the flashbacks. It was whoever this guy is.
Oh God, actually no, I remember that
guy
show.
Who looks like JC Chevez.
I remember this show existing.
Yeah.
But I don't think I ever saw it.
I'm going to say it wasn't bad, but I couldn't tell you a goddamn thing about it.
I'm looking at it. It doesn't look good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think if we went back and even watched Kevin Sorbo Hercules, Like now,
Oh,
we'd
that
say it
wasn't
was bad.
good.
But at the time, I think it was amazing.
I did not think it was at all.
What?
It was a cheap syndicated show to be on, like,
CW, or it was
yeah,
it was WB.
no, I think it was still UPN then in some places.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wait, no. Maybe. Well, you're from Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always remember watching like those shows when I'd be at my grandparents' house because they didn't have cable and they lived really close to Boston, so they got all sorts of over the air stuff that we couldn't get where we lived in Connecticut. We got nothing broadcast.
Sean Patrick Flannery is who was young Hercules here.
It's a name I know from somewhere too. He was
Yeah.
somebody else.
Yeah. I'm getting shit for not knowing Remember the Titans. So don't get me.
I just told my wife. I'm waiting for her to respond back to that.
What's up, Steve? Good to see you. Hit the applause button on that. How the hell did I get to that? Ryan Gosling.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about Remember the Titans now.
I wasn't a sports movie guy, except for Mighty Ducks. I mean, Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks is good.
Yeah,
Mighty Ducks is good.
That might be all right.
I mean, we want to go into the sports movie. Honestly, the best sports movie is Raging Bull. You ever seen Raging Bull?
Yeah, you would.
I mean, it's depressing as hell, but that's
You
objectively speaking the best sports movie.
over like Rocky.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
it's a better movie.
I will respectfully
Rocky's
disagree.
great, but I mean, but Raging Bull is like,
I think Raging Bull.
have you seen Raging Bull?
Yeah, Robert De Niro, right?
Yeah, and he's Jake LaMotta.
Yeah. I feel like I was into the movie, and then it keeps going to like when he like it's his whole life.
Yeah, and it makes you like feel terribly about everything.
I don't think it, but you know what? Maybe because I had seen that movie later in life, like I had already seen The Wrestler, for example, which is like makes you depressing.
Wrestler very much leaned on Raging Bull.
Exactly. So by the time I'm watching Raging Bull,
See, I found a way to say it without saying ripped off. It didn't rip off. It leaned on. It leaned on. There's a good one.
there you go. So I think by the time I got to Raging Bull, I was like, I've seen this already.
That's actually how I felt when I was watching The Wrestler.
Okay, fair.
Is I felt like I've seen this. It's called Raging Bull.
Yeah, super underrated movie too. I think The Wrestler.
Wrestler, I think it was pretty good.
Yeah. I don't think enough people talk about that when they talk about sports movies.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sports entertainment movie.
Better. What's the better wrestling movie? That or Ready to Rumble?
I've never seen Ready to Rumble.
What? You're giving me shit, and you've never seen.
Ready to Rumble. Why would I see Ready to Rumble?
What do you mean? Why would you have seen Ready to Rumble?
I could watch David Arquette win the WCW Championship on free TV at that point. Well,
But-
at least free to me. I mean,
Oh my God,
parents
dude.
paid for it.
We're talking. As I've said earlier, he's a wrestling guy. The fact that you
No.
didn't in real time,
I bet a lot of wrestling guys have not seen Ready to Rumble.
that's not true.
We
There's
all know.
no way.
No,
there's
because-
no way.
Because all of us that were into wrestling at that point saw that movie being advertised and we're like, oh God, this seems terrible.
I think there was a moment where I wasn't sure if it was actually a documentary or not. I actually was
No.
that bought into
No.
it. Eventually,
That's hilarious.
but before the movie comes out, before it came out, I was like, "Oh, okay, it's a separate thing." Because I think in the trailer,
Right. Well,
I think somebody was
Well, I mean, that's like, I saw, Owen Hart kick out Bret Hart's leg, and I thought it was real when I was 7.
right?
But
Right. I'm trying to think. What was that moment? Do you remember the moment when you realized it wasn't real?
wrestling?
Yeah, or was it like right away?
Well, I would imagine that pretty much as soon as I started watching it and tried to do something to my brother, my dad had to be like, "Listen." And then from then on, it was me. How long was I in denial for? But like knew that it was not 100% on the up and up.
Sean Patrick Flannery because he was in Boondock Saints.
Oh yeah.
Hot take on that? I don't like that movie.
You don't like Boondock Saints?
No.
Well,
It's in the
it's
same.
not good. It's not a good movie.
It's literally all right. So on the list or in the bucket of I hated these people in school, therefore I hated things they liked. Boondock Saints is on that list.
Well, you did say earlier you went to a Catholic school, so you had a bunch of Irish douchebags you grew up with.
Actually, no, not in high school, but in college.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
For the record, my last name's Harrington. I'm very Irish. And I love Boondock Saints.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't get into it.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's
I was like,
not
this is
good.
really, really overhyped.
There were a few things in there that were just like completely badass.
Yeah.
But other than it was just
Yeah.
ridiculous. It was so over the top.
A band I actually did not get into until way after college because of the same thing. Slipknot.
No, Slipknot's got some bangers.
Oh, but I was like I was not about it.
I would never call myself a Slipknot fan, but
Really?
no. I mean,
But you've seen them live.
No, I've never seen.
What?
No, I've never seen Slipknot.
I assumed you would have randomly just seen them live because at one point they were doing like every show too.
No, but I didn't go those shows. I'd see posters in high school. I'd never go to those shows. I never went to like Warped Tour or anything. I'd say,
Yeah.
We were talking about Coheed last night.
Yeah.
And how I saw Coheed before I ever knew what they were. I saw Coheed and Cambria on every bill, and I thought they were two different bands.
That just
It was
like
Coheed.
toured. They love to tour
It was
together.
Coheed and Cambria. But no, but I was never super into Slipknot. I mean, I like Wait and Bleed.
Yeah.
And I like the other big single.
Well, there's the
one that
They're sick- Yeah.
What is the name of that song?
I was a
talking,
man.
he's like-
I was a worm
and he
before I
starts
was a man.
talking like really low rather than singing.
Before I forget.
Nope, not the one I'm thinking of. Push my
S-
fingers into my eyes.
Yeah.
What?
Before I forget.
No, that's the name of that song.
Hang on. I remember things through music video. So for some reason, I
No.
feel like I've watched that video a billion times.
I guess look it up. This is terrible content we're making right now.
No, it's not. It's all part of the show. I'm getting shit for also not liking Boondock Saints.
Don't give him shit for that. It's a terrible movie.
What I say?
It's one of those things. Like everyone's got bad movies they like. That's a bad movie that I like.
I'm still mad that you didn't. Yeah, before I forget. It's a video where you never see their face.
No, I don't think that's the one. That's not the one I'm thinking of, though.
I wish I could play it, but we'll get copyright strike.
No. Hold on.
Because before I forget's the one where they're singing without masks.
Duality is the one I'm thinking
Duality. All
of.
right.
Duality is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Good song. Yeah, see, that's how the show goes. You just kind of just keep on just going down this wormhole. I am mad you didn't like Ready to Rumble, but
I didn't say I didn't like it. I've never
oh no,
seen
you never
it.
seen it. Yeah,
Never seen
that's
it.
that's the part that I'm like, that's extreme to me.
That was with the guy from Gone. It was David Arquette and the guy from Gone in 60 Seconds, right?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
The guy he was also in Enemy of the State.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of things.
He's
and
somebody's
he fell
kid.
off.
He's somebody's kid.
Yeah. He's in
He's,
Hawaii Five-0 now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and he is someone's kid. Like someone super famous.
It is difficult for me to type right now. 5-0. It was a fun low budget film.
Oh yeah, Scott
considering-
Conn. He's James Caan's son.
Yes, him.
Yeah,
It's weird how he just
that's
felt.
it's the grandson of Vito Corleone here.
Yes. And then there was the other guy who I always confuse him for. That I remember his last movie being, he plays the sniper in Saving Private Ryan. And I feel like his fall off was when he was the main character in the John Travolta Scientology movie.
Battlefield Earth.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I watched the first 10 minutes of that and turned it off. I'm not seeing that whole movie.
I was like, I feel like as a nerd, I'm supposed to be liking this movie, but it's really bad.
No, that's just a bad movie.
What is his name? Let's see.
That guy?
Let's see. Battlefield.
I would actually Google Saving Private Ryan instead, so you don't start getting Battlefield Earth shit recommended to you.
Barry Pepper.
Oh yeah, Barry Pepper. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was in a bunch of stuff in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, everybody was giving us the his name. Yeah, Scott Conn. God, he's 53 years old. That makes sense though. He killed it in Saving Private Ryan.
Huh?
He killed it in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, he was great. That movie's fantastic.
Yeah. Better.
And it's absolute nonsense that it lost to Shakespeare in Love. That was
yeah.
Harvey Weinstein at his most politicizing
Yeah.
of Hollywood best, is getting Shakespeare in Love to win a freaking Oscar.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, you're thinking Romeo and Juliet with Claire Danes.
Yes. Which one's Shakespeare in Love?
Shakespeare in Love is, I don't know, the one that no one's seen that won that won Best Picture in '98. I forgot the premise of it. I never saw it.
Drew Barrymore? No.
No.
She was in Ever After.
Yeah.
Yeah. That whole period of time, a lot of those.
I think Shakespeare in Love was Gwyneth Paltrow.
I think you might be right.
The girls would know.
Yeah. I'm just seeing like the MTV commercials in my head now. Better war movie, Saving Private Ryan, or God, fuck, I just forgot the name of the movie.
I was gonna say there's a lot of
The one in Iraq, Black Hawk Down.
Oh, Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan is just.
I think just because of the scene with what's his face that just died, that he was in Heat as well.
Yep. Oh God.
You know what I'm talking about. When he throws the hat at the soldier.
He was fantastic in that movie. He was so good.
I'll give you Saving Private Ryan on that one.
I was gonna say Saving Private Ryan just for the storming of Normandy.
Oh yeah, that
scene
hard.
was just absolutely incredible.
And then after that, not Men of Honor, the video game came out, and that was
that was a good cheesy movie.
no, the game Men of Honor.
Wait, are we talking Men of Honor like with Robert De Niro and
Cuba Gooding Jr.
and Cuba Gooding Jr. Like, is
that what it's called too?
Yeah, where he somehow gets away with calling a black dude Cookie for an entire movie.
That's right. Is it Men at Arms? Am I for? Oh, sorry. So somebody did actually say Paltrow, Ralph Fiennes, and Gwyneth Paltrow were in that movie.
Yeah. What was the premise though? I forget what the premise was. It was something fairly contrived.
I'll go backwards here. Men of Honor game.
Oh, I'm sure there was a game where you had to go like deep sea salvaging or something.
Medal of Honor.
Oh, Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor. Yeah, that one, they were promoting the freaking storming the beach like every 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a big World War II game.
Yeah.
Medal of Honor, we are talking about Robert De Niro.
Because that's one where Cuba loses his leg, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And he has to dive again without a leg.
Yeah. Ironic considering what just happened the last couple of days about diving.
Yeah.
I also like about Saving Private Ryan. It is one of 2 movies where I said Vin Diesel actually acts. It's that and Boiler Room. I mean, he dies early on.
Yeah, I mean, Vin Diesel was really good in Saving Private Ryan. He was a good supporting part.
Yeah.
And no one knew he was yet.
No. But I'm like, oh, he can act. Similar with The Rock. The Rock, before he's like The Rock, has some actually good roles where he actually acts.
Did he?
The Rundown, Walking Tall.
Walking Tall. Okay, the original Walking Tall was so much better.
Oh, than the one with The Rock?
Yeah, with Joe Don Baker.
Is that his name? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I mean, it's The Rock.
You probably recognize Joe Don Baker from Goldeneye.
Yes.
But he was in a bunch of like 70s B movies that were all like ridiculous.
Yeah.
A couple of them ended up on Mystery Science Theater.
I missed that show.
I think it's back.
Really? Is it like a YouTube only show?
No, it's on a service. Don't ask me which one.
Not for me, Rambling Nerd. The streak glitching bad for... Oh, somebody was saying is the stream glitching, but it might just be him. Walking Talls wasn't that.
Yeah.
1973.
Yeah, walk tall, carry a big stick. Which president said that?
I don't know who.
I'm asking you. You gotta at least guess a president first.
Roosevelt.
Which one?
Teddy.
Yeah.
Fair. Like,
See, I was
like, it's more than one.
I didn't think it was, yeah. Franklin.
Yes.
Longest serving president.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite a shot right there.
Which one?
Now that I can see it, the screen grab on that video. He's like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot that he was in this. I will. Oh, is he in the Rock version as well? Actually, I'm going to share the screen so they can see it.
maybe I don't. It's been 1,000 years since I saw that. He might have had a cameo. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always like playing a dick.
Well, I believe in the original version he was the guy.
No. Yeah, in that one. But I'm saying like as an older actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's usually like an a-hole. So I think for the last 10 minutes,
All right.
I'm gonna take it to wrestling real quick.
Sure.
Even though I'm sure there's probably like 15 conversations we did not finish. But right now, the main thing is the bloodline. So is that fair to say that's the major story right now in
Well, in
wrestling?
WWE.
Is there anything in AEW that's outweighing that?
Well, we have, I mean, outweighing that as a long-term piece? No, but we got
CM Punk.
Bryan Danielson fighting Okada on Sunday.
But that doesn't out.
Am I going beyond your knowledge here? Talking about
I know both the names you
Shinsuke
mentioned.
Okada.
I know both those people.
Okay.
I don't. So all right. So in the wrestling community, is
Yeah.
that one the bigger fight right now,
Um,
or a bigger?
if
Set
you're
story
a
piece?
person if you're a person that's liked independent wrestling for a number of years, it's just a super big match that. You said 10 years ago it was going to happen. People would be like, "How?"
Mhm.
Like, isn't Danielson like retired because
Right.
of concussions and
Right.
is signed forever by WWE.
WWE.
And now he's fighting Okada on Sunday, I think.
5-star match.
No, there's not enough storyline behind it. You got to have more stakes, and they're going to have it. It's going to be a really, really fun match that probably could be rated 5 stars if they had
Built it up properly.
Had a year. Yeah, but there's no proper way to build it up. They're two different companies that work together once a year for a pay-per-view.
Oh,
Which I think is fine. It's totally fine to have just like, you know what? Let's just put on some awesome matches and
Wait,
and-
what pay-per-view is it?
Forbidden Door.
Oh, it's Forbidden Door.
It's the AEW
TNA?
New Japan. It's AEW New Japan. Like they put one on together, but they only build it for like 2 weeks because all these Japanese guys can only get into the country for so long to overlap on TV. So they do like 2 or 3 weeks of build up, and they're all these like absolutely bonkers matches name wise. If you know who the
Wait, but what
who
was
the people are.
what was the other one that wasn't there? Was it All or Nothing or something?
Oh, you're thinking the one that's coming later in the summer. That's All In. That's going to be at Wembley.
Was that Kenny Omega 5-star match at All In? Wasn't
against Okada. That was at Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, there's the new.
Okay.
It's like New Japan's WrestleMania.
Okay, gotcha. So as far as the current, as predicted, I think by a lot of people for like the last 6 months,
Yeah.
Bloodline Civil War going on right
Yeah,
now.
we can go back to that. Yeah.
How do you think this plays out? Like, because I don't,
How do I think it ends?
yeah,
Um.
because I don't think that Jey Uso.
All right. Are you asking me how would I write it up, or how is it going to play out?
Ooh.
Or and then what's the worst case? Here's one. What's
Yeah.
the worst case scenario? Because it is WWE.
Is there anything with Roman contract wise that like?
No.
Okay.
No, that stuff. But I would say the way that I would have it play out, and of course, the way that everyone's wanted to play out the whole time is have The Rock come back. But if he's even physically capable of having a match, who knows?
Yeah. Has that been a thing?
Well, that was all the rumors. He was supposed to be the one fighting Roman at WrestleMania this year,
Right.
and he now said schedule. But the last time he had a real match, he tore his tricep or something like the first 30 seconds of the match, and had to work hurt through the whole thing, and then missed 6 months of making movies. So he might not do another match because it just financially doesn't make any sense for him. Whatever the payoff for a match is going to be is not going to be worth missing 6 months of making movies if you get hurt.
We'll come back to that because we actually hate The Rock on this channel, like outright.
What?
He's ruined a lot of things. But
Oh,
all right,
okay.
we'll come
All
back.
right, all right,
So,
all right.
so I'm going to remember that.
Okay.
So how does this play out if you are writing it?
If I'm writing it and could have anything happen, it would. I think what will happen at some point is going to be not just a tag team match, it'll be a fatal 4-way.
Oh, to
where
head of the table.
I think. Okay, hold on. So fatal 4-way of some kind at SummerSlam would be, something goes wrong with Jimmy and Jay. They get a little argumentative, not a full-on breakup. Be like, you know what? Fine. You know what? I'm willing to fight you. And then Solo, because he's clearly a loose cannon anyway. Fine, I'll fight all you. And then Roman finally be like, you know what? I'll put the title on against all you guys. Let's go for it. Now that's the headlining match at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I don't see what makes more sense than that. The only other thing I could see happening.
Sorry, before you go, would you still have Roman win that?
Well, maybe. The only thing I could see happening would be that somehow, whether The Rock interferes, which is where you keep going back to The Rock. The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock interferes because I got to think that's where the whole head of the table thing was going in the first place. And you got to come around to it somehow. Or it might come around to it somehow. But I could see a situation in which whoever wins Money in the Bank, somehow Jay ends up pulling off the impossible, beats Roman, but is already compromised. And this will be WWE just screwing things up, we're going to take the title off of Roman and then have whoever beats him lose it to the Money in the Bank winner 30 seconds later. That's going to be the way WWE screws the whole thing up.
That's a Vince McMahon fix.
It's Vince McMahon, or look, just the way that company operates is that they right now don't have a person that makes sense to take it off of Roman. So you have them take it off of Roman, then immediately lose it to somebody else. And then when you're making the video package in 6 months, you can completely ignore that they beat Roman for it.
Okay.
And it's just, they won it, and then now they're screwed out of it, and that can be the story.
Got it.
And it can, because so that's how they completely minimize Roman losing the title.
Okay. Fair.
It's not what I would want to happen, but I think that's
what would.
I think that's one way. Or you just keep the title on Roman for another 6-8 months through WrestleMania.
I do like the idea of the Fatal 4-Way. I like the idea of
you can even have that and have Roman win it sloppy.
Yeah. I like the idea of Solo, kind of just get going unhinged and doing some shit. But we will see. Just for the sake of time.
Yeah.
I can explain to you why we hate The Rock. As like a collective of nerds here. He's ruined a lot of franchises. And now, as we see it, is fighting his way back into the Fast and Furious. The big one being the Black Adam movie. Did you see that?
No.
You're good. Sucks.
I don't see movies. There's not many experiences I like in this world less than going to a movie theater.
Fair, actually.
I really don't like it.
The new thing I do, and by the way, we were not trashing Hawaii 5-0 because that was a question by Amanda in the next room.
I've never seen a single minute of Hawaii 5-0 new version or old version ever. So I can't trash. I have no opinion on it.
I'm not going to try to sell you on Hawaii 5-0.
No,
I could say that. Yeah. The Rock, at a certain point, as far as Hollywood's concerned, to us, heel turned. And I think the heel turn was around the movie Conan. I mean, not Conan. He did Hercules. Do you remember that? Oh, is it the worst movie? No. But he did that movie. And at that point, that's when they got popular about him eating like 30,000 calories on his day off.
Oh, yeah.
He was like work out every morning at like 4 a.m. Like that's when I think he really like propelled in
It was around the same
superstardom.
time that he was fighting Cena at WrestleMania.
Yes, I think so. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
He at that point was like he jumps into Fast and Furious franchise. Him and Vin Diesel start headbutting over like who's the real star here. He eventually gets his own spin-off movie, fucks that up. Then he gets into DC.
I haven't seen any Fast and Furious since the first one, so I've seen bits and pieces of. I started the second one, thought it was terrible, turned it off.
Too Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I turned that off, and then I've seen pieces of Tokyo Drift on like cable and stuff. But
You need to keep going.
everything. I love that these movies exist.
Yep.
I actually like reading about like the silliness surrounding them.
Oh, they've gotten wild.
I don't need to see them. I see the previews. I love that they're there. You want to drive a car out of a airline hangar or
out of a B-52.
like a storage plane. Great, go for it.
I almost want to make you watch Fast 10 tonight, just to see how far it's come.
Look, man, if we're gonna start with making you see something, I'm gonna make you watch Remember the Titans first.
I mean, I think everybody would agree Fast 10 is probably the better movie than Remember the Titans. All I'm saying is we're at the point now in the Fast franchise where they went into space. And that's not even the most extreme thing they've done so far. I'm just giving you like tip of the iceberg. They've also
yes, I support these decisions.
spoiler alert, they've also mentioned Jurassic Park.
In the Fast and the Furious?
Yeah. As a place. They're like,
like, you mean we're doing like the Alien versus Predator crossover.
Yeah.
Oh my dear Lord.
We're reaching that point. Yeah. It's getting good. Vin Diesel doesn't not give any fucks anymore.
That's great.
Yeah. He's like, so right now we're at Fast 10. There's 11 movies though. And Fast 10 is a 2-parter. And then once the second one to this comes out, we're going to get this.
Like it's going to be like released over multiple years?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No. Sorry. I think this is actually a 3-parter. I apologize.
Fast 10
is a trilogy. So
you just broke me.
Yes. Vin Diesel broke the world.
So it's a 3-parter 10th installment.
Uh-huh. That's actually the 11th installment.
Which one's not counted?
Hobbs and Shaw. The Rock the Rock
spin-off.
movie.
It's different.
It's still the universe though.
Yeah.
But then you could say that 2 Fast and Furious is a spin-off. Or Tokyo Drift, I should say.
Yeah, but Vin Diesel shows up at the end.
He does, yeah.
Does he show up in Hobbs and Shaw?
No, but I think somebody else does. I've seen it once.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Fast 10, aka 11, is a trilogy. First part came out this year. Jason Momoa, the new bad guy. John Cena is actually Vin Diesel's brother.
I heard these.
Yep.
Questionable choices.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's his brother.
Not about John Cena. I'm sure it has nothing to do with John Cena.
No, they look nothing alike.
I'm just gonna say, like, yeah, that's
Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel is whatever race he needs to be for the role at the time. There's a young version of him in the movie.
I'm gonna remind you his last name in the movie is Toretto, so clearly not related to John Cena.
Yep. And then his younger version in the last movie is definitely a Latino man.
Yeah.
And then his son is in this movie as like, we'll say 10 years old. Kid's definitely black. But the mom is Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah. So Vin Diesel's just whatever he feels like today.
Sounds good.
So yeah, trilogy's happening. First one just dropped. 2 more to go, and then all the spin-offs are going to come after that.
Who needs this?
Dude's about to cross $12 billion on this franchise.
I know, but still, who needs this?
Before we go, there's one Tim Harrington in the chat.
How? Come on.
Katie! He said, "Remember the Titans is a must-watch." She's on your side there.
What's up, buddy?
So wait, I missed a couple here. This is Wi-Fi. Yep, nobody likes you. Yep. Josh in the house. Good to see you. Amanda says nobody likes you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Tokyo Drift is honestly one of my favorite movies. It is one of her favorite movies.
I watched about 15 minutes of it the other day on cable. I thought it was super entertaining.
Yeah. Fast and Furious equals Point Break in cars. That is accurate.
100%.
That is accurate. Stop talking about the Fast and Furious movies and only talk about Denzel. Is that an inside joke with you and Tim Harrington?
Only talk about Denzel?
Yeah.
What do you want to know about Denzel? I don't know if I've ever talked to my brother about Denzel.
I think Denzel should be in Fast and Furious at this point.
Maybe. Why not?
Yeah.
I think he'd be somehow running the whole world in this universe.
One movie I love with him, Man on Fire.
Man on Fire is great.
Came out the same time as the Punisher movie.
Not good.
Yeah. I think Man on Fire, better Punisher movie than Punisher.
Probably.
Yeah. Especially the C4 up the guy's butt.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a very Punisher thing to do. And yet, in the Punisher movie, Thomas Jane.
Not good.
With Kevin Nash.
That's right.
In
He
the
wasn't
Punisher.
there.
Yeah. Also,
very bad Marvel movie of that time. Daredevil was very bad.
You're not wrong. I think Ben Affleck did the best he could.
Sure, but they basically tried to make it the Crow. That wasn't the Crow.
Ooh, that's a good take.
Yeah, they were like, oh, let's make the Crow, but not as violent.
Yeah. There's a series of videos online that are video essays about Daredevil, and everybody points out how Ben Affleck is like essentially stalking what's her name?
I don't remember
Elektra.
Oh yeah.
And figures out the best way to flirt with her is actually to like assault her. And that's when they get into the fight.
Oh, we're getting problematic here.
Yeah. And then we get Evanescence or whatever the fuck playing.
Oh god, Evanescence.
Wake me up
one of the
inside.
worst live shows I've ever seen was Evanescence.
Wow,
They
you
were
hate to see them?
They were terrible. No, it was like a radio station festival.
Oh yeah.
That was like $20 to get in for the day.
Yeah.
So that year, I think it was them, Hoobastank,
Ooh.
and there was a bunch of smaller bands on second stage. It was Third Eye Blind that day. They were very good. But the headliner for the night was Stained.
Yes.
And that was and it was on the 4th of July. I met Shawn Michaels that morning. He was signing posters. I lost the poster I lost it because I had to stay at you couldn't leave and go back to your car.
Wait, he was signing at that show?
He was like to get people in the gates early was like signing posters prior to the music starting.
Oh wow.
And so me and my buddy Jay got there early to meet Shawn Michaels.
I like that. Actually, I like that idea.
And then we realized that there was no music for an hour and a half, and it was already 90 degrees out on the 4th of July, and we just baked. There was nowhere to hide. It was terrible.
This may be the second time I've sang the song on the show, but isn't Stained the one that had that song like, I was searching for someone to talk to. No?
No, Stain's It's Been a While.
It's been a while.
It's been a while,
Yeah.
and I could
Hold my head up high.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's Stained.
God, that's terrible. I'm sorry you went to that.
Yeah, you know.
I saw Hoobastank once. The weirdest lineup I think I've ever been to.
Okay.
And then we can end the show. Hoobastank was a headliner.
Yep.
Before them, Avenged Sevenfold.
I loved Avenged Sevenfold. The first album
Yep.
was absolutely bonkers. It was so silly.
This was like Backcountry or whatever just like dropped.
So it was, no, I'm talking about the first album.
Yeah.
The one before
So this,
that.
yeah, this is the second album.
Like the like burning the seventh emblem or
Yes.
whatever the hell they called
Yeah.
that first album.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
So they just got like crazy hot at this point.
Yeah.
So they went. So again, Hoobastank's headliner, Avenged Sevenfold is before them, and then before them, 3 Days Grace.
Ugh.
I was like, who wrote this lineup?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 Days Grace. Oh God.
Yeah. I just remember him rocking the mullet. I'm not mullet. The whatever the
Mohawk.
fuck. Mohawk. Yeah.
Well, we should end things on a high note. Favorite bad movie? Go.
Ooh.
Like it's a bad movie, but you love watching it many, many times.
Oh shit. Oh damn. Favorite bad as in it definitely Rotten Tomatoes gives it like a 0.
Oh,
but it's
maybe
fun.
not a 0, but like I'll give you mine. Mine's Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, good.
It's
movie.
not a good. No, it's not a good movie.
That movie was so good until Fast and Furious came out.
No, but it's not a good movie. It's pure popcorn. Like there's nothing. There's nothing like there's no like real like moral statement on society behind it. It is just a movie where you're like, hey, look at those fucking cars.
That's exactly all.
That's the whole movie. Like it's like and sweet Nick Cage in leather jacket. Like, there's nothing of substance behind it.
This is how my brain works. Gone in 60 Seconds comes out, and I'm like, oh man, I got to play this game test drive. And then Need for Speed comes out with like Underground or whatever.
See, this wasn't the point. The point is,
and then Fast and Furious comes out, and then I'm like, oh, Fast and Furious is my movie.
Yeah, but now you're supposed to tell me what's your favorite bad movie?
Damn. God, I just don't know if I can count Need for Gone in 60 Seconds. I'm gonna say Batman vs Superman.
Oh, okay.
People like hate that movie, and the director's cut I think is great.
I've never seen it, but
3.5 hours
it's
of dialogue in a Batman vs Superman movie.
See, I feel like there's a version of that movie where you literally just have Batman fighting Superman the whole time, and there's nothing wrong with this.
Oh yeah, and then
that would be a very bad movie, but a very fun movie.
Oh yeah, a fun 10-minute movie. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna give you a better answer. Hobo with a Shotgun.
Never seen it. Sounds fantastic.
It was a trailer in the beginning of Grindhouse. Remember Grindhouse? Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah. Actually, that rings a bell.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there was a trailer
They
for
actually
Machete.
made that?
Yeah, Machete was the first one. That was a trailer they made into a movie.
Okay.
And then they decided to actually push out Hobo with a Shotgun, and it is terrible and it's gruesome for no reason. Literally, they actually just say out loud, "He's a hobo with a shotgun," and it's just
so
great.
it's like Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, same energy. One of the guys from Trailer Park Boys is in it, I think. I'm pretty sure.
There's a throwback.
Yeah, for no reason he's in it. So, good movie. There you go. Let's see what's left in the chat before we call it a day. 104 Fest.
It was 104 Fest.
104
yes.
Fest. Yes, Gone in 60 Seconds is a bad guilty pleasure. Lowrider, Donnie, Lowrider.
Donnie, yeah. Lowrider, Donnie, Lowrider.
Oh, Baby Driver's not a bad movie. Have you seen Baby Driver? No. It's like a ripoff of Drive. It's not that bad.
I don't see many movies.
You know, classic Spacey as bad guy. Oh, and Baby Driver, yeah. Before that was just as he got canceled.
Gotcha.
Just around the same time. Yeah, good one. Snakes on a Plane. All right. That was fun.
Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you for joining. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for 8 years of these shenanigans here on Nerd Affiliated. Oh, actually, I forgot I have my soundboard. I can actually start playing the outro music. You can't hear this music playing now, man. HeyArcher.
I'm imagining what it is, but that only goes.
Just
so
imagine
far.
the greatest song you've ever heard in your life. And that's what's playing right now. Greatest song ever?
I just got Tenacious D.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you're playing Tenacious D right now.
I am not. I would play that, though. Favorite song ever? That's too many.
Don't.
If you
have
can
one.
choose one concert, dead or alive.
Like one band to go see?
Yeah.
Am I picking like a specific show?
No, you like the Ryan show. Like you.
No, you like what band? It's be the Grateful Dead, obviously.
Okay.
It would be sometime in '72. I don't know exactly what show.
Mm.
But I like One Drummer Dead.
You like with one drummer.
So Grateful Dead for most of their career had two drummers. One of the drummers, his dad was the manager, and he was embezzling from them, so they fired his dad and he quit for a while.
Mm.
But they were just a much tighter band when it was one drummer because it was less confusing.
Mm.
It was like 72, 73. I'd go to a Dead show in there.
We can do a dual birthday concert because Zeppelin would be mine.
Cool.
From around that era.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
HeyArcher Live every Thursday, 8:15-ish p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated. Nerdy Coffee every Monday morning, 9 a.m. here at Nerd Affiliated. More podcasts, unboxings, all that stuff happening. In the description, there's links to 2 other shows happening right now. Check out General Kenobi's Bunker, happening right now. marvelous wrestling collectibles happening right now. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. If I could find the button, I found it. Peace. We're out of here.
Austin 316 says I just whipped you.